All right, a 170 diesel. And everybody told me that all you had to do to get to the battery was go in there, and then this thing flips. Look at that. And it just flips up or comes right off. So we'll investigate that more in a minute. That's not the reason we came here. The reason we came here is because of this right back here. This lift cylinder leaks something bad, and it's gonna just cause a bad problem if we let it go, because what's gonna happen is somebody's gonna forget to check and then run it out. So we're gonna try to get it off of there and rebuild it right quick. And we're gonna do that right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Rusty Oliver Man, and this is Dad's brand new to him little 175 Alice Chalmers. And you know, it's a peach, but there's a few little things that it needs. One of them being the cylinder rebuilt. So we're gonna try to do that. What a sweetheart. Fires right up. Another thing it's going to need at some point is that loader cylinder needs rebuilt. But is it leaking bad today? Yeah, it's leaking pretty bad. This is actually my disc, but it can live over here. He can use it. All right, we'll park it over here in the row of failure. Let's get ourselves a thinking stool. All right. The nice thing about it is these take the same seal as all of them, so that's handy. We got to get it out of there though. And I think, do I want to take that hose loose up here where I can get to it? Or do I want to eternally struggle and try to get to it down there? Be easier if I could get it down there, but it's been a while since I've done one of these. You got to get this off of there anyway, because you have to work through this fitting hole. So maybe what I need to do is take it loose up higher to get it off, and then take that off on the table. I guess that would be the easiest, because there's no need to struggle unnecessarily. If this happened to be the size of one of them, it would be. Also, I should have taken the, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm doing too many things at once here. I don't think I brought my expandable snap ring pliers, which I would need to do this, but I will get it, don't worry. Fret not. Oh, Manuel. I got one snap ring off. That's not what I started to do. But the intrusive thoughts one. I'm trying to work in this area, see? Well, that ain't working very good, is it? Come on. There. 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 It's gonna leak a little. That's okay. Hopefully after this leaking, it won't leak again. I really should have also got the upper rock shaft seals, but they're not leaking as terrible. Guess I didn't have the arms all the way down. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. And somebody put a hose clamp. Of course, you know. I have to applaud him. They were trying to keep things nice. So it's okay. Somebody loved this tractor at one time. So anyway, we'll get it figured out. On another, see, it's shooting oil out of there still. I've got a dog behind me. There. Okay. Slowly we're getting there. Now we need to pull the pin out of the other side. And I think it just has a hairpin holding it down through. And then you can pull the pin out of the bottom of the cylinder. I'm gonna go around the other side and do that. All right. So we're trying to get this hairpin out of here. And there's a hole that goes through there. I'm trying to, I got an actual hammer now, which I didn't have a while ago. There I might be getting years of rust. Years of rust. Now I should probably switch to the small one again and see if I can't hammer it home. There, I think we got it. Oh, thank goodness. I have encountered one time on a tractor where we couldn't get that out. And it's a real pain in the Knudsen to try to rebuild the cylinder on the tractor. All right. I guess so, that's only half the battle. Now we gotta get that pin out of there. Maybe I should have stayed underneath. I'm not real, well, yeah, find that somehow. Pull that out. There goes the phone again. Every few seconds. I've just about had enough. That ain't gonna go. Oh boy. I don't think that is a through hole. Matter of fact, I know it's not. Be real nice if I had an extra helper, which I don't. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here. This might be the case of the pin that no come out. Okay, we're not licked yet. We're frustrated. We're gonna work 3 times harder than what you normally would, but I don't know why I'm surprised about that. I'm also not sure on this tractor if maybe that whole casting would come off of there if I took, I bet there's bolts behind there though that I can't get to. But I'm betting this ain't been off since it was new. Because we're struggle bussing it, friends. There's orange paint coming off of this hose. I don't think it's ever been done. Okay. This is just gonna be a rough time, friends. Yeah, this is not fun. And it's gonna continue to not be fun the whole time we're doing it. Because loader and headlights and other things and wrench job. Temper getting pretty hot to the point that I'm wondering if this is worth it. Well, it has to, because it leaks terrible. This has got to be done. So we have no choice. Awesome. We can't see what we're doing because there's oil in there. And we really need to be able to see what we're doing. Gotta think about this, friends. Basically what I gotta do is I gotta get, there's a snap ring on the end of the shaft. I gotta get that into the hole there where I can see it, and then I gotta try to jump it down onto the lower part so that I can pull that barrel out of the thing. And that is a trick, especially when it's not playing nice. Well, I hate to admit defeat, but can't get it. I had to go ahead and put it back together, and we're gonna have to take it home sometime and heat that pin because I couldn't get it out of there, and I can't get anything that I have with me down in that hole to move that snap ring. So it's gonna be an all-day affair sometime. But what we're gonna do is take the little tractor and carry these batteries out to the 4180 because I am sick of jumping it every time I want to use it. So we'll do that. I should probably change batteries on the camera so we don't run out, and then we'll head that way. Yeah. He wants to cut that tomorrow, and he was gonna try it with this, but I think I'll just bring the 1755 and do it real quick. He's got, his arm is still messed up and he doesn't ever quit doing anything, so it's just getting worse. So it's never gonna get better, especially if he tries doing stuff like this, driving and whatever. So I'll just come do it, and he can ted and he can rake, and I'll do the rest of it. Good horse. I should have just done this a month ago, but finally you think you can get by with it, and finally you've just had enough, and that's where I'm at. I've had enough. So I spent the $300 and bought a new pair of batteries. Probably would be easier on my fat self if I walked over here to the opening. But as far as carrying batteries, it made more sense to get them as close as possible. I need to do a video update, but all the beans at home are coming up, so that's good. The ones I was super worried about, I think every single one of them came up. The worst part is that some of them are underwater, so they're obviously probably going to drown out and die, but nothing I can do about that. I don't know what he got exactly over here, but I got another 3.5 inches on Thursday and Friday, so that was pretty well all she wrote for me for a while. Maybe in the next couple days I could get this done real quick And then the only thing left is that failure wheat field, which I think that, and I thought that before, but, and I think some people in the comments have my same thought, but I would say that some of it got sprayed with Flex Star, the soybeans last year, and that stuff has like a 10-month carryover, I think. It's a long time. It may not be quite 10, but it's a long carryover, and that would be long enough where it killed the wheat. I mean, and what could have happened is it was dry when the wheat was planted, so the wheat could have came up, and then the first time we got a really good rain, it kind of activated that spray again, whatever was there as residual, and wiped it out. I don't know. This one has a slightly different arrangement of cables, I think, than what I put on the other one. I don't remember. Of course, I'm also in a very inconvenient spot. All right. And all I brought with me was adjustable wrench and the red pliers, so surely we can get it with those two things, right? I mean, these are 3/8 studs, but sometimes the battery or the size of the nuts, the wrench that it takes, can vary. I couldn't remember what I had on here. I think these are just regular old 3/8 nuts. So would have taken a 9/16. But that's okay. I should have probably also brought some cleaning supplies. We may have to do this again later on when we get the, you know, we get back to civilization with it. It's been a long time since these have been put in here. Since I got it. That was one of the first things I had to do, because it didn't have good batteries back then. I don't know why I put so many. Guess I was worried about them vibrating loose or something. And I must have had, I don't remember what I had bolted to it, but I had something else hooked up, I guess, at the beginning. I also realize that's what's different on this one. I have the, I think it was already set up that way. That's what it was. I didn't change the cables. I changed the batteries, and they've got it switched up where it switches off the hot, and that's really not the way to go. So maybe when we get home we'll have to change, because that battery cutoff switch ain't the greatest. Anyway, is that enough to sneak them out? Do they still have handles? Yeah, they haven't been folded out for many moons. I want that pivot. Well, we're struggling, friends. I don't really. Come on, handle, wake up. Didn't know I'd have to bring a screwdriver to do this. If I could get the handle popped up, could probably lift it out of there over this bar. Yeah, I wish I had cleaned all that, but I think we'll redo this when we get it home, like I said. Awesome. I'm wearing the dirt now. Look at all that crap. Oh well. That's good insulation, I guess. All right. How'd I do that yet? I think I had them both the same way. Oh. There. Now come on, they're the same brand of battery. Nothing should have changed. Make sure this is tight. We don't want to eject our $300 stuff. Alright. Now, see, I don't like that. I don't like how that's crossing over and stuff like that, so we very probably will change our ways before we're done. And I think we probably need to get us a new cable made this time, because this one feels kind of soft. But that's okay. We'll change it over. We'll put it where the shut-off cable does the ground, because that switch is junk and I got a brand new one. We can put that the right way. And then we'll be in good shape, friends. Yeah, the last guy's stuff is starting to break down, I think. So that's on our list of maintenance projects. If it gets us by till we're done here, then that's all we're after. I guess what I had those extra ones for was for this whatever I had attached. You know, I had something else wired up at one time and I don't even remember what that was, but doesn't matter. Let's carry the old batteries away and then let's try to start her up and see what we got, friends. See what we got. Here we go. Red pliers. Red pliers. Helping us every time. Ooh, I guess if we could take our jump box back home. At least we should be able to. Oh yeah. Doesn't even struggle. Let's also struggle for half a day and see if we can get this battery cut off to shut off again. I guess it's just gotten, yeah, I think it's just gotten garbage in it. It's probably also burned in there from being on the hot side. That's not usually a good idea. Anywho's, I think we're gonna call this a video. This was a failure of the highest order, but what's a guy gonna do? I mean, that's got to be done. We got to do that because it leaks bad enough. But once again, it's going to be an eternal struggle project. It can't just go simple. So we'll tackle that in a few days. We just gotta, I told him to keep checking the oil every single day, multiple times a day. Make sure he doesn't run it out of oil if he uses the 3-point, because the 3-point is what's leaking. So once we do that, that should be a pretty nice little horsey. It's doing everything that he wants. So anyway, we're gonna call this one here. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.